Back at it again with the Mobius Dickus, chapter 59, Squid. So I gotta confess something. I love this chapter because I've always been fascinated by giant squid ever since I watched the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea film from the 1950s, which is just, if you haven't seen it, it's a classic. And the representation of a giant squid battle is pretty good. That being said, I think this passage is, or rather this chapter is pretty short, and we have the appearance of the giant squid. And I just want to read what the description of the giant squid is like, and I think make a brief point about it. So eventually they figure out that this is not Moby Dick, and it says, almost forgetting for the moment all thoughts of Moby Dick, we now gazed at the most wondrous phenomena which the secret seas have hitherto revealed to mankind. A vast, pulpy mass, furlongs in length and breadth, of a glancing cream color, lay floating on the water, innumerable long arms radiating from its center, and curling and twisting like a nest of anacondas, as if blindly to clutch at any hapless object within reach. No perceptible face or front did it have, no conceivable token of either sensation or instinct, but undulated there on the billows, an unearthly, formless, chance-like apparition of life. So I think that there's so many interesting details there which seem to reinforce some ideas we've been talking about for a while now. If what we established in the Brit, or in just Brit, was that the ocean is this place of perhaps emptiness and inhumanity, what better image of that emptiness and inhumanity is there than the giant squid? It has the same white color as Moby Dick, which brings it to that same chapter 42 place. It doesn't have a human face or any type of face as opposed to the whale, so it's almost more unknowable than the whale. And it's formless. It's got these arms just twisting around. It's also, Ishmael's doing a little bit of an exaggeration here because a furlong is 660 feet. So real giant squid are not that big. They can range anywhere from 10 to 40 feet. But nevertheless, it seems a great image of that unknowability and ineffability of the sea and of that rather inhuman, unrelatable aspect of the world. The same phenomena might be seen in something far less, extreme than a giant squid. You might feel the same alienation simply by looking at, anything in the ocean, but the giant squid is such a great image of inhumanity because it is seemingly so far from anything that we would recognize on land. And of course, in that sense, it's really close to Moby Dick, right? It's really kind of just the cousin of Moby Dick, the uglier, weirder, slimier cousin of Moby Dick. And that connection is not only made thematically, but it's made here when we have an explicit description of the fact that sperm whales are the only things that are made to feed on giant squid. They're the only whales with the teeth that can dive that low to eat them. So there's something connected between this emptiness and weirdness of the giant squid and Moby Dick. I do want to contrast that with the idea of the kraken, right? The kraken would not be an image of emptiness, but an image of fullness of the world, i.e. of intentionality, seeing as in mythology the kraken was used to, if I remember correctly, the kraken was used to execute the will of the gods. Okay, so we'll keep the analogy between the giant squid and Moby Dick there. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in chapter 60.